Hello and welcome to episode 9. End of episode 8. Didn't go too well, did it? So that truck, well, the truck is going to be forgotten about for a while, I think. Kick it in the naughty corner. Unless I can get someone over here to have a look at the electrics on it. That'll be as far as it goes for a while. Because I'm at the end of my tether with that thing. One thing after another, on and on and on. And no enjoyment of using it. But anyway, that's done. It's clean slate. So the plan is now to crack on with what has been under the cover. A few of you have been asking about what's under the cover. A few of you know what's under the cover. Dad knows what's under the cover. I was going to start this with him, but he's in the house. He's got stuff to do on the inside of the house, filling holes in walls or whatever. So I'm going to make a crack on, and I'm sure he'll join me as soon as he can. So there she is, the Mini Clubman. What a beauty! There's going to be some cool things to do in this. As you can see, we got it painted over Christmas. Looks mega, doesn't it? We've got a drop engine in. It's got 1275. Well, I started at 1275 many moons ago. Dad had it all bored out to 1380. Racing cam in there, 649 racing cam, high lift rockers, straight cut dog box gearbox, single Weber DCO 45 carb on there. So it should go well. He stripped it before I was born, and it never went back together. There's a few pictures of me when I was younger, messing about with it here and there, but obviously we sold the red disco, and when that went, left the space. So we've now moved it, and we're going to crack on with it. Got all fiberglass windows to go on there. What else we got? Obviously we've beam axle the rear of it. I'm going to change those links, so we'll have 4 links rather than those 2 hefty things there that don't really have much movement in them. And then yeah, it'll just be, I'll stop doing that, and it will just be building the car up. The plan is to track it, maybe some sprints, maybe even a bit of retro rallycross. That'd be cool, but I'll best crack on. Quite nice to have a blank canvas, clear mind, clear car, both hubs and drive shafts out to give us all the room to get that engine back in there. And the coilover come off nice, both sides. Yeah, it's clean, doesn't it? Be good fun putting it together. Got to stop doing my camera that way, turn into a shadow. Right, Dad's sorted bacon out, so lunchtime. Well, that is bacon consumed. The sun has moved round behind the house, so it's now a bit shady here, a little bit chilly. Took me one piece off because it got very hot before lunch, so just down to body warmer. Engine crane's all set up. Cheers Simon at AutoFix for the loan of the engine crane, bonus. Just waiting for Dad to come out and we'll lift the old engine. It's crazy how much smaller everything is in the Mini compared to, I'm not even going to name that, whatever that is. There he is. Engine's ready to go in. We'll get there eventually. Quite a way off. Let's crack on. we are, again, in the shed. Life's decided to give me another right kapow to me chin. Our little Willow went off to the vets, didn't she, a few episodes back? Well, she just got herself 2 days in Cambridge Veterinary Hospital. And it turns out she's 99% probably got cancer in her foot. They've done some further x-rays to her chest and stuff, which, fingers crossed, show that there's no more spreading. So she's more likely going to end up turning into a tripod Willow. So she'll still be okay, but she'll just have a leg, like one less leg. But whilst I was picking her up, Zach from Goon Racing came over and had a look at my truck. And, well, ta-da! She lives. Big appreciation for that, Zachy boy. He says apparently it's probably me rushing again. Where I'd put my earth straps on, I hadn't put a washer on there, so the bolt had actually bottomed out in the battery and had a rubbish earth on there. I had put the trigger wire on the wrong side of the bridge, so it ended up with 24 volt rather than 12 volt. Not that you can see that in there. So yeah, at least it's running. It did still run like a tractor when he had it running, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But I'm gonna sort the rear suspension crossover rings out, get that sorted out, fit that ring in the rear flange, and then do a bit of investigation into that running issue. You did see that we managed to get the engine in the Mini that's now covered up again. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with this thorn in my side, shall we call it? And I'm gonna crack on. Cheers. So that is the crossover rings all adjusted. So as you see there, we've got about 2-inch gap, well, bloke's 2-inch, between the crossover rings and the spring spacer. That allows the coilover, got to stop forgetting about that big light. That allows the coilover to go from running top and bottom spring rates together, which always, maths and science and whatever, gives you a lower rate than, probably should stop blinding you, gives you a lower rate than what they're labelled at, if that makes sense. And as soon as you hit those crossover rings, it changes from running on both springs to just your bottom spring, which is why your bottom spring is always heavier than the top spring, so you're running on that individual spring. So I'll now pull down the lock rings for the preload, and we'll leave them as they are. Get the spare wheel back on, and then I'm gonna crack on and get that ring on there, and then yeah, just crack on. Now we have got these lovely Fox preload spanners. Nice, isn't they? Fancy. But I can't actually get them in there anymore to do it. So I've had to do it by hand. I'll be able to nip it up with them, but there's not enough room in there to get the spanners in there, unfortunately. But hey, here's what it is. There it is in place. Lovely. Handy little ring, that. The pressure regulator off the engine, just so I can see what we're getting out that end of the fuel lines. Oh, it's good to hear it, even though it's still bloody loud. Oh, that ain't good, is it? That's scrap, that is. Not sure. So, we know it's not good down engine end. Pulled the fuel filter off. See what we get there, shall we? Definitely pump related. So pulled both those batteries back off, fuel systems back off. If there was a world record for the quickest fuel system removal on your own car, because obviously everyone's different, I would have won that. Funnily enough, I'd be keep competing against myself, but hey. So, little experiment here. Look at this. Bit of a bench test, well, floor test. So I've got some sketchy cables here. Wired the low pressure and the high pressure in. Diesel in the tank. So let's give that a go. Right, that's the low pressure. That's how it should sound. Lovely and quiet. That should fill that swell pot up lovely. There you go, look, perfect. Perfect. Stop. I should probably have put something on there. Will that eventually stop? Or is that just going to keep siphoning? Let's pull that out of there, shall we? Alright, we'll stop eventually. I'll cut that bit out. Right, and now for the high pressure. So that should have enough fuel in it. And we should then get... Oh. The cables didn't come off there. Is that right, is it? That's high pressure? Yeah. So that should come blasting out of there. Oh, would you believe it? I've probably replaced the wrong pump. Oh no, wait. No, that's the wrong cable. Right, high pressure. Oh yeah, look. Right, so. Lovely. So, at least we know both fuel pumps work. Maybe that low pressure was knackered and I just couldn't get it to prime. Maybe I've primed that. Let me just refill that low pressure and then I'll pack up because it's late, and Chloe's at home with our little poorly Willow, bless her. And then I'll get home to them and hopefully I'll come back and give it a test. Cheers. Hello and good morning. Let's have another. As you can probably hear, it is absolutely having it down out there. Friday morning, I'm on standby. Got till 11. Gonna get all that. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna get all fuel pump and batteries back in. After that floor test that you saw earlier on. Jesus. Oh man. It's a proper head down kind of day. It's rank. But can't let that get in the way. Had Willow's biopsy results back. She's going to be a tripod Willow. Hopefully we can get that op booked in soon enough. So it means we can then still get racing, because there was always a chance that the operation was going to clash with round one. But hopefully if we can get it in soon, we can still get racing. After that, as I said, after that floor test, we know both pumps work properly. So I'm going to get it all back in. I'm going to force prime that low pressure with my little hand pump that I've got, and then hopefully that'll pick prime up from the tank, and then we can actually get some decent pressure up engine end and have her running properly. I'll best crack on. So then, there's fuel pump and that back in the car. I didn't bother videoing it because you've already seen that. I don't want to start showing you the same stuff again. As you can see, it is still absolutely rank out there. Glad we built the carport, but it definitely needs a refill. As you can see, a few wet patches under there right in the middle, but it's still better than being completely out in the elements. So what I've done, plumbed her all in. I've left me wire rigged up from the floor test, fuel tank, suction line, so that go in there. Got fuel in it already, which is lucky. I've cracked the little 10mm bleed screw off the top of the filter, so hoping that quietens down a bit or starts coming out of that fuel filter. Come on. Me being me, once again pulled the wrong line off. So when I first started that test, I was pulling from the returns line and not my suction line. But listen to this. Silence. Hopefully that's primed that enough. I'll stick that suction line back on and we should then get high pressure as well. Oh. Right. Oh, let's leave that on so you can see I ain't put my light on the camera. So I've rigged up the high pressure now as well with my little sketchy bit of wire. So let's low pressure, lovely, high pressure. Oh, look at that, beauty, pressure, diesel everywhere. Messy, but I'm happy with that. Rubbish. Better. Right then, moment of truth. Everything's all back in. Lovely washers on the earth. Oh, what is going on with my GoPro? I hope that's still okay. Still see me? Hopefully. Right. Moment of truth. God, this one piece don't make it hard to reach stuff. Oh, listen to that silence. Silence, baby. Oh. Come on. Winning. Don't sound like no tractor now, does she, boy? Oh, buzzing on that. Nearly stacked it. Head butted the roof a minute ago. I'll leave her running for a little bit. Just a little test, but I'm buzzing. As you can tell, she's still running away, which is what we like. Just purring. Miss that sound, man. Thought I'd just quickly throw the wheel arches on, and turns out there's some funny bars that are now in the way, so we're going to have to cut all that back, but it don't matter in there, does it? Just trying to stop it all going in there. Right, it's me done for another morning. Good to have her running. That's a real big big relief, that is. Get it running, sweet. So I've finished packing up. I've got to crack on and get on to work. Front wheel arches are on. You see how many times we've made them wider. Why I had them all the way in there, I have no idea. But now we're not running the windscreen. I want them nice and wide to try and keep all the crap out of there. But if you're still enjoying these videos, give it a like, a share, and hit that bell at the bottom for your notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.